Hi, my name is Linda Leviton, and I'm a family and child therapist, and I work with kids like you to understand how best to teach them and how best to get their needs met. So parents bring their children to me, and sometimes the teachers are also involved, and they give me a whole bunch of information about you, and then I take it and I use it to help you figure out what it is you really want and what you need. One of the things that I do is I give a type of assessment called the Woodcock-Johnson Test of Achievement. And that's what I'm going to talk about today because I don't want you to be anxious about it, and I want to give you some information so you'll know what to expect. Basically, you're going to come to my house or I'll come to yours depending on how we work it. And in a quiet space, we're going to sit down and you're going to have a couple pencils and a booklet. You get one, I get one. And we're going to go through this little book to figure out what it is you already know. Now, this isn't like a school test, because in a school test, to get 100%, to get an A+, you have to get them all right. Well, this test is designed for people all the way from age 2 to age 99. So unless you've already learned college work, there's no way you can get 100% on this. But because of that, it will tell me exactly what you know and what you're capable of figuring out, even though you haven't learned some of it. So that's why I really want you to guess on this test. It's not a hard test in the sense that it starts off really easy and then the word stuff gets harder. But by the end of the test, or by the point where we're going to stop, the things will be too hard because you haven't learned them yet. Not because you don't know them or you're stupid or anything. It's because you just haven't been taught them. And so I wouldn't expect you to go much further than a point that's, in your case, you may go above your grade level, but it might not be all the way to the end of the test. In fact, probably it won't. So I'm going to encourage you to guess, and I'm going to encourage you to keep going even when it gets a little frustrating. So there are 3 main sections, and one of them is math, one of them is reading, and one of them is writing. And each one has 3 sections. Only one of each section is timed, and they're really short tests, and they're really simple tests because they're only designed to help you understand how fast you calculate or how fast you write or how fast you read something for information and whether you get the information quickly. So those time tests are, even if you normally don't do well in time tests, these are not going to be really hard, and they're only 3 minutes and 5 minutes long. The other tests, most of them don't even involve writing. I do the writing for you. And I will be taking notes the whole time because I'm going to be looking at all kinds of things. I'm going to be looking at how fast you work, how you write if you're a perfectionist, none of which is a bad thing. They're all just characteristics of you that we need to know so that we can help your teacher be the best teacher they know how, and your parents to be the best teacher they know how for you in particular, not just any kid. So the more you tell me and the more you show me of your true self, the better able I am to help your parents do what's going to make you happiest and what's going to make your whole family happy, because obviously if somebody's not happy in the family, it's a problem. So I'm going to be doing this stuff with you and encouraging you to guess and encouraging you to, for instance, guess at spelling words you've never seen and don't know what they mean. Read paragraphs all the way to the end so that you can give me a word that's supposed to fit in the space. That happens to be my favorite test. And even in the math sections, I'm going to encourage you to keep going and guess. Even if, for instance, you haven't learned multiplication, but you can figure out how to get an answer by adding. So whatever you can do to do well on this test, I'm looking forward to encouraging you. And we can take as many breaks as you want. And you can ask questions anytime you want. I might not be able to answer the questions because I can't give you answers or teach you how to do something you haven't learned. But what we can do is afterwards, if you really want to know, I can help you with some other things. So I really look forward to meeting you, and I look forward to having fun doing this. And the night before, be sure to get some really good sleep. And in the morning, have a nice protein breakfast before we meet. And bring some good protein snacks, so in case you get hungry during the day, we can stop and you can have something. And I hope that we can have a fun day. So thank you for listening, and I hope this helps.